Alrighty, so we are going to repair this MacBook Pro here. Now, I received this MacBook Pro, from my friend, as I've made a video about before in the past. And, as I stated in that video, the backlight for the display is gone. So, what we are going to do is I ordered a couple of these parts. This is the LED driver board for the backlight and the left I/O power board here. And we are going to replace both of these parts because this part runs off of this one. And my friend actually did replace this, and it's still shorted out, so I'm going to replace the whole board and see what that does. I am not sure how much disassembly this is going to require. I'm going in blind, so that's going to be that. We are going to go ahead and go through with this. So I guess what I will first start by doing is I'm going to actually set these parts aside for now while I disassemble the machine. And I'm going to get my iFixit ProTech toolkit here. And I also want some thermal paste just in case I might have to redo the thermal paste on here. I don't know where it is at the moment, but I will have to find it. Actually, you know what? I think it's in here. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get started on this. Okay, well, even though I know what I'm doing, I went ahead and still checked to see if there was a repair guide available. There is not, so I'm going to have to go in blind on this. However, I think I'll be able to figure it out. I have never really disassembled this particular MacBook Pro before, but pretty sure I can handle it. Okay, so, taking some screws out. I've encountered my first booby trap. Well, not really. It's a T6 Torx screw, so it's not proprietary, but yeah, we're getting there. Okay, we have made some progress here. Got the top case off, as you can see here. I'm going to set that aside for now. But, this doesn't look very fun. The power board sits right there, so I might have to remove the motherboard to get to it. This is going to require some extensive disassembly either way. Yeah, I can do this. I'm just not really sure where this driver board is. It might be under here somewhere. We'll see. But yeah, moving along. Okay, well, it doesn't look very pretty, but I got it what I needed to get to. These have wires that run under the logic board, and I'm not about to remove the whole logic board just to replace this one part. One booby trap, though. There are, Torx screws all throughout this machine, but right here, there is what looks to be exactly the same as a desktop PC motherboard standoff right here. So, what you need for that to be proper is you need a standoff socket, as you can see here. This is why I love my iFixit kit. I have pretty much any tool I could possibly need ever. So that's how you remove that. And I believe this I/O board here, yep, just comes right out. As you can see, here is the I/O board. I need to transfer this flex cable from this one to that. But yep, this seems to be the culprit of the issue here, and it doesn't look like I have a bracket either, so I'm going to have to somehow transfer this bracket over, but that's not a big deal. One thing I am not seeing though is the LED driver board, so I think that might be in the display assembly, so really not sure here, but I'll get the I/O board sorted out. So yeah, moving along. Alrighty, well, as I said before, I got the I/O board out. I'm going to wait to do that, and I'm going to replace this little doohickey here. Turns out this is a common problem with this computer. The LED driver board goes out, the left I/O board is to blame for the problem. I was told that this one was working just fine, so yeah, I bought this from, someone I do know. So, I'm going to actually get into this bad boy, and we're going to replace that little part, and then we're going to put everything back together. Then hopefully we'll have a working MacBook. Okay, so getting into the display assembly is as simple as taking a spudger and just kind of working your way around the screen. So yeah, once you've done that, we'll have this little display assembly here. Now, Yep, there it is. There is the culprit of our issue, the LED driver board. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect this, put the new one on, and pile it all back together. Alrighty, everything is installed. The problem with this though is this is actually, I can't remember if... Alrighty, everything is back in order. The actual bracket on this left I/O board, I cannot remember if I mentioned this or not, but it's actually riveted into the board itself, so that isn't moving over. But as you can see, we have everything back in place. This is kind of a kind of just hole, I guess you could say, or an empty spot where that bracket was, but I'm not planning to use this express card slot ever, so yeah, it doesn't really matter. So yep, everything is good to go. I'm actually going to, well, I can't really do that. I have to put the top case on, so yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna put this all back together and we'll see if it works. Well, you know what? Actually, I'm just going to connect the ribbon cable for this and try it. So that's what we're going to do first before we put all those screws back in. Oh, there's no RAM. You know what? I'm just going to put the whole thing back together. Okay, everything has been reassembled. And, yeah, let's see if this baby works now. Not seeing anything. Nope. This repair is unsuccessful. We still have a blank screen. Well, it's not blank, but the backlight is still not working. As you can see, we do have a screen, but there is no backlight. Oh, that bites. Well, I'm really not sure what the problem is now. I think the actual backlight in and of itself is indeed broken, but that was a waste of my time and my $30. Damn it. Oh boy. It does work. This computer boots just fine, but the screen is non-functional. Well, the backlight is non-functional. As you saw, there was an Apple logo, but well, that was an entirely failed attempt at fixing a computer. Jeez. That stinks. Well, I guess I'll catch you guys later. That sucks. So I've decided what I'm going to do with this machine. I'm actually going to just, when I feel up for it, I'm not really up for doing it again, but I'm going to disassemble the machine again, and I'm going to pull the screen out, just completely get rid of the screen so I can just use this kind of like a half top. That way all I have to do is plug in an external monitor, and there you go, bam, computer. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching this video, I guess.